Hello and welcome everybody to today's 45-minute Pilates circuit class. Today's going to be a nice challenging class, but don't worry, it's definitely suitable for everyone. Just make sure that you take the easiest option or the option that suits your body the most out of all of the options that I give. So I'm going to be building things up progressively. The hardest option is usually going to be offered towards the end of the circuit when your muscles are kind of adapted to the movement. For today, you're going to need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks at home, which I'm assuming most of you don't, you're welcome to use books, upside down pots, Tupperwares, or even pillows can be helpful. If you can touch the floor with your hands and straight legs, like in a forward fold, with no problem, then you might not need the blocks, okay? Other than that, we're going to be spending quite a lot of time on our knees. So if you do have sensitive knees, then get a pillow or a blanket to put underneath the knees. It's just always a nice option to have. Okay, so grab your props and come straight back. I'll be right here waiting for you. I'll see you on the mat in a second. Let's get this done. As always with the circuit classes, the first interval is going to be the easiest. We're going to repeat everything 3 times. Some might look different to others, like in terms of the intervals, but we're going to repeat everything 3 times. And as we repeat them, they're going to get more challenging. Okay, so if it gets too difficult, don't come along for the ride. Stick with a variation that suits your body. Okay? All right, so we start with a 5-minute warm-up. This is just kind of like a free flow to get us into the groove. So you're going to stand at the back of your mat with your feet parallel hip width distance. Nice. And let's really root down into all 10 toes. Make sure that you are indeed hip width distance with the feet, not too wide, not too narrow. We're going to take a really big inhale, reaching the arms up overhead, interlocking the thumbs. Good. And as you exhale, you're going to open your arms wide. Nod your chin down towards your chest, bend your knees and start to roll down. Good, hands come to the mat, look forward and walk out into a lazy plank. We're going to be planking quite a bit today, so don't go crazy on me here. In your plank position, you're going to then bend your knees, bring your bum up and back into downward facing dog. Good, take a few seconds here. Good, and then bring yourself forward into plank again. Nice, and walk your hands back and roll yourself back up into standing. Inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the thumbs, stretch. Good, root down into all 10 toes. Feel the pinky toes, feel the big toes. Exhale, circle the arms wide. Nod the chin down to the chest. Bend the knees, roll it down. Bend those knees, snuggle the chest down onto the thighs, get the hands onto the ground, look forward. Walk your hands out into your plank. Very nice. Press back through the heels. In your plank position here, guys, can I ask you to try and squeeze your kneecaps up, activating the muscles at the front of your legs. Pull your bum up and back, find downward facing dog. Take a few moments here. Slowly bring yourself forward into your plank again. And we'll walk our hands back towards our feet. Heels find the ground. Roll it up. 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Interlace the thumbs. Root down through all 10 toes. Tug of war between heaven and earth. And then circle your arms wide. Nod the chin towards the chest, bend the knees, really bend them, snuggle your chest onto your thighs. Hands find the mat, look forward, walk out into a plank. Good. Take a second in your plank, press back through the heels, very nice. Squeeze the kneecaps up, find your legs here. Good, lengthen through your tail. And then we're going to take it into downward facing dog. We're going to be here a little bit longer in your down dog. Pedal out through your heels here. Just finding a little kind of walking on the spot. Very nice. breathing, pressing through the heels of the hands, finding the index finger mounds of the hands on the mat, so don't dump into the pinky sides of your fingers. Bring your feet and your knees to stillness. Bend into your knees, nice and deeply. Swivel both heels over to the right. Feel the weight really strongly into that right hand. Breathe into the left side. You should hopefully feel a deep stretch over the left side. Good. Bring your feet back through center parallel. And then swivel your heels over to the left. Feel the stretch over the right side of your body. Root down through the pinky toe edge of that right foot. Breathe into the right side. Very nice. Bring yourself back through center. Slowly lower your knees down. Take a shell stretch, pulling your bum back towards your heels. Reach your fingertips forward. Walk both of your arms over to the left. So you're finding a side bend in your shell. Reach and breathe into the right side. Couple more seconds here, and then we're going straight into our first interval. Walk both hands over to the other side. Shell stretch on the other side. Breathe into the exposed left side. 10 more seconds here. First interval. Let's go into it. 3, 2, 1. We're coming into plank position, guys. So plank position. Find it, feel it, love it. And we're going to start shoulder taps. So I'm going to push the floor away. I'm going to tap my left hand to my right shoulder, right hand to left shoulder. As I do this, I want to push the ground away through my supporting arm. So I'm not letting my weight dump down into the supporting shoulder, but instead I'm saying, get away from me, floorboards. Get away from me, floorboards. Yes, nice, very nice. So there's a moment of, it's called protraction in the shoulder that's supporting you. Protraction, pushing the floor away. So you are at 25 seconds to go. We're here for a full minute, just so you know. That's it. 15 more seconds. Pushing the floor away. 10 more seconds. Make sure not to go hell for leather straight away in the beginning. Yeah. Good job. Take the knees down. We lie on our back straight away. Take a block or your pan, whatever household item you have. This is going to be really funny if you do actually have hands. Okay, so we're lying on our back, legs into tabletop position. All right. Bring yourself up into a little crunch, and we're going to thread the block behind the knee. Yeah. Is that an IKEA pan there? That's amazing. I love it. Okay, so we're alternating. So this is endurance, guys. We're training literally, it's a really long time to be here. So really manage your energy, manage your speed, manage your breath. We want to keep the muscles nicely oxygenated. We want to keep a strong, consistent inhale and exhale going. This one is flying by. You got 10 more seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1. Roll it up. And we're going to be on our right side. So you can mirror me and do your left as well. That's cool. Right side. Okay, this is the easiest option. Knees stay stacked. Top hand is going to be on the mat. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blade down and I'm lifting my bum off of the ground. Okay, just do 1 or 2 of these. Yeah, if this is good enough for you and you're happy here, stay here. Otherwise, straighten out the legs, squeeze the shoulder blade down, lift and lower. Yes, so you can go with the top hand helping, or you can go hands free and you can reach up Hello, very nice. And down. Very nice. And up. And down. You're gonna go for 3. Last 2. And last 1. Straight into a plank from here. You're gonna really, really start to love or hate plank position today. Plank position, guys, knee to elbow. So I'm gonna take my left knee to my left elbow, right knee to right elbow. Yeah, exactly. So again, nothing crazy about this, nothing manic, really controlled, focusing on your breath. And don't worry, we're going to do the other side on that forearm plank in the next interval. So as you take the knee to the elbow, watch where the shoulders are going. Keep the shoulders above the wrists if you can. Keep pushing the ground away. If you feel your form going, you put the knees down and come back in when you can. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, knees down, straight onto your booty. Yeah, it's gonna be like this for 45 minutes, pumping through. So here in this position, you gotta push the floor away, collarbones get super broad. Then we tuck, little teeny tiny tucklet. Tabletop position, hold this for a beat. Belly to spine, press down into those forearms. All 10 fingers press into the floor. You're going to let your bum rotate over to the left, your hips rotate over the left, and extend both legs out long. Push the floor away more, push the floor away. Good, then bend, rotate to the other side, extend. Good, this is called the can-can. Exhaling to reach. So this is from, I guess, the original Joseph Pilates repertoire. What you want to watch for here, guys, is that you're not sinking into those shoulders. So you gotta push the floor away the whole time. Okay, you got 3, 2, last time. Amazing. Straight onto that forearm on the other side. Yeah? Here we go. So really important whenever we're on the shoulder is to squeeze that shoulder blade down. Here we are. Knees can stay stacked for the first couple. I just want to demonstrate the first option here. You can just lift up your bum. If you want a longer lever with more challenge, extend the legs, squeeze the inner thighs together, lift. You can take away that supporting hand and you can reach it. And then you slowly come down. In my humble opinion, the lowering down is really where we build the most strength. So when you're coming down, slow it down. Good, you got 3 more. Last 2. Guys, last 1, and then we're coming back into our good friend, the plank. Yeah, as soon as your bum touches down, if you can, straight away into your plank position. Find it. Okay, so from here, option 1, we're just going to let the heels rotate over to the left. Heels rotate over to the right. I'm actually trying my best to keep my shoulders, my sternum pretty much fixed. So just like we moved the can-can, moved our body in the can-can, this is kind of a similar movement now. We're rotating the pelvis. Yes. Stay in the legs in the sense that you want to squeeze the muscles at the front of the legs, finding a muscular activation through that lower half. So it's not just blindly rolling from side to side. Got 3 more seconds here. 2, 1, straight onto your bum. Well done. Great job. Okay, we're coming into another classical move. It's called scissors, and probably another name for it. Hands relaxed alongside your body. We're going to imprint into the lower back, so press it down into the floor. One leg up, other leg up. Bent knees are cool, okay? Reach back and hold onto the back of your knees. Use that to come up into flexion. Yes, very nice. Shoulders. Relax those shoulders from the neck. Thank you. And then we're going to slowly take one leg down, pull the opposite leg in a little closer, and then swap. Yes, very nice. Amazing. So exhaling to swap, inhaling to pause. Exhale to swap, inhale, pause. So if your breathing is different, that is totally cool. Just make sure it's consistent. Good. 3, 2, 1. And guys, we're back into plank. Roll it forward. All right, so this plank, I'd love for you to try and be on your forearms. It's a bit brutal, but so if you want to be on your wrists, that's cool. I'm going to go for forearms here. Yeah, find it. And then we're going to try and take knee to elbow here. So, same knee, same elbow. Imagine that your torso was a bridge and your belly button was the highest point in that bridge. Okay, and beneath your belly button, beneath that bridge, there was a fire and you wanted to lift your belly away from the fire. 13 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Knees down. Well done. Okay, so core, circuits, finito burrito. Great job. We're coming straight into some quad mobility. So you're going to take your left leg out in front. Nice. Good job. Hands to the ground. If you need your pots or your blocks here, this is partly where we'll use them. Okay, tuck the toes of your back foot under. Lift your back knee up. Lower your back knee down. Good. Pull your bum back. Hands will slide back a little bit further. And you're going to try and lift your front foot off of the ground. Yes. And then bring yourself forward. Lift the back knee up. Good. Lower the back knee down. Pull your bum back. Slide your hands back. This again, this part here where the leg lifts, that might be where you need your blocks. Okay, so the higher your hands are, the more elevated your hands are, the easier it's going to be to lift that pole. Okay? Amazing. Keep going. So this is option 1 for the kneeling quad mobility. As we progress, it's going to get harder and harder. If I've done my calculations correctly. Alright, almost there. Okay, we swap to the other leg. That was halfway. Right leg out in front. Nice. Get it feeling good. Perfect. Tuck the toes of the back foot under. Lift the back knee up. This back leg quad is engaged. Lower the knee down. Pull your bum back. Slide your hands back. Belly to spine as the foot lifts. Yes. And then come forward. Almost like you're dragging that mat towards you as you come forward. Lower. Pull back. And lift. Yes. Amazing. So. Yes. Amazing. Good job. That's it. When you lift that back knee up off the floor, just make sure that your front heel stays on the ground. Okay? That's it. Almost there with this one. 40 more seconds to go. Should start to feel a little bit of a burn happening. Just a little bit. In both legs, I'm assuming. 25 seconds. Seconds to go. Just remember this one because we're going to make it a little bit more difficult in the next interval. So if it gets too tough, this is where you'll go. All right, so place both hands on the mat, slide your right leg back, kneeling, and we're coming forward into half plank. Half plank, butt is squeezed, belly to spine. Slowly come down, bring yourself up, slowly come down, bring yourself up. Amazing, good job, your favorite. So when you're coming down there, remember your belly button is the highest point in that bridge that your body's creating. So we're not letting the tummy collapse to the floor first. Okay, you'd almost want to think about getting your sternum to the mat first. Get 2 more in. Last time. And we're straight into standing, my friends. Let's come up. All right, so if you've ever done a yoga class, which I think most of you have, we're essentially coming into chair pose. So feet are going to be relatively hip-width distance, or if you prefer, you can have your big toes touching and your heels apart. I like hip-width distance. You're going to send your bum back, send your knees forward, keep your lower back long, rib cage draws through the front of your body, reach the arms up overhead. Imagine you had 2 apples in your hand, so one in the left hand, one in the right hand, and you wanted to show the apples to the ceiling, as if you were handing the apples to the person upstairs. Peach between your chin and your chest, lots of fruit today. See if you can get a little bit deeper into those legs. Very nice, very nice. Can you get a little bit more length into the lower back here? Can you get a little bit more length into the back of the neck? Yes, the back of your skull is magnetizing towards the ceiling. Perfect. Now, all we're going to do from this position is shift the weight into your left leg. Lift your right foot up. Shift your weight into your right leg. Lift your left leg up. Good. So alternating from leg to leg. Good. We're going to add a little teeny smidge on here. Take your weight into your left leg. Try and balance. Then try and straighten out your left leg. Come into standing. If the arms come down, give them a break. Then we're going to take it back down. Try and just use the power of that left leg's balance to come back into your little single leg chair. Shift the weight into your right leg. Lift the left. Stand up. Paint the apples down the wall. Paint the apples back up the wall. Plant the left. Good. Exactly. And this is at your own pace now, okay? What I want you to think about as you bend into the knee from standing is that it's not your knee breaking that creates the bend. It's your bum shifting back, the power of your glutes, the power of your hips that are controlling this movement, not the break at the knee. The knee will move, the hip will direct it. Nice and slow. You got about 50 more seconds here. Good. Control the bend. Reach. Plant. So we're staying in a bent knee shape for quite a long time. Single leg chair before you plant the opposite foot down and transfer the weight again. That's looking good. Very good. So, essentially in a chair pose, we're trying to look for the weight mostly in the heels, but you still want to keep awareness of the big toe and pinky toe edges. This is your last one, my friends. Stand all the way up for a second. Shake it out. Well done. That looked great. Down dog position. This might be where you need your blocks or your pants. Maybe not. Find a down dog. Okay? So I'm not going to use blocks, but if you struggle with hamstring flexibility, they might help you here. In your down dog, root down to the index finger mounds of the hands. Right leg is going to lift up, reaching for the sky. Make sure the shoulders stay square. Slowly take that right leg down, plant it parallel to the left. Left leg reaches up. Take it down and swap. So what I would love for you to focus on here is not so much the height of the leg, but how stable can you keep your shoulders as you transition from foot to foot. How stable can you keep the parts of your body touching the ground as you shift your weight from foot to foot? Almost there. Yes, yes, yes. You've got 3. You've got 2. You've got 1. As soon as your foot finds the ground, lower your knees. Well done. Okay, great job. We're back into kneeling quad mobility. So we're taking our left foot out in front again. When we did this previously, we kept our hands on the ground, but this time I'm going to keep my hands away from the floor. Tuck the toes of your back foot under. Balance stations here, guys. Try and lift the back knee up off of the ground with your control. Good. Slowly lower it back down. Good. Untuck the toes of your back foot. Pull your bum back. And then this time see if you can lift the front leg up, no hands. Yes, but try not to use too much momentum. Lift. Good. Lower. Untuck. Pull back. Core, belly to spine. Bam. Whoop. Bam. Bring it back. Lift. Lower. Untuck. Pull back. Lift. Plant. So that might seem completely impossible. At least it did for me in the beginning. But you're going to start to see this exercise being peppered into classes. It's one of these new things. And it's really, really great for something called joint centration and stability of the hips. So really practice it. Really practice it. Focus on that front leg. Good. All right, last one. And then we swap over to the other legaroonie. Good. Take it back. Right leg out in front. Same deal. Right side forward. Okay, tuck the toes. You lift. You lower. Slowly down. Good. Untuck. Pull bum back. Find your inner zen. Lift. Lower. Forward. Tuck. Nice. How can you integrate a little bit more of a feeling of core here? So if you feel like you've lost connection to your center, try and find that before you lift that front leg and before you come up and down from the lunge. Good. That's it. You'll get more out of it than if you just kind of chance it, I guess. Yes, very nice. It's hard to like do that and watch you. Almost there. 25 seconds to go. So what I could suggest here is spend a little bit of time with that front foot lifted if you can before you plant it down. See if you can get a little bit more air time. Good. That's it. Last time. And then hands down. Slide that front foot back. Either kneeling push-ups, guys, or if you want to come into full push-up, that's totally cool. I'm going to stick with the kneeling ones. And half plank. So I really want you to feel the integrity again of your lower back as you come down and as you come up. There is a fire underneath your tummy. That's it. Try not to let the head, your head hang. One thing about push-ups that I found a little bit useful was to gaze slightly forward. Last one. And straight into standing. Well done, guys. Great job. Okay, so here we are, back in standing. The chair pose variation, I'm going to add on a teeny little smidgelet, okay? So back into the stance that suits you. I'm going to go for hip width distance. And then find your chair, essentially your squat. Every time I come into chair pose, my lower back arches. So for myself and for you, if it's helpful, lengthen into the lower back. Pull the front of your ribs through your body. So you're not letting the ribs flare. Peach between your chin and your chest, back of the neck long, and the back of your skull magnetizing towards the sky. You've got two apples in your hands, twist the apples up towards the ceiling so the elbows and the triceps shine down. Eye of the elbow shines up. Okay, so we're going to shift the weight into the left leg. Try and hover the right leg off the floor. Straighten out your left leg, come up into standing. You can let those arms relax down. Hold it here. This is where the extra bit comes in. We're going to try and hinge. So you're going to send your butt back, break at the hip. I haven't bent my knee excessively, and I'm also not hyperextending through my knee. Use your butt to bring yourself back. Woohoo! Bend into the knee, plant, shift. Yeah? Does that make sense? So we're in chair, we shift, we lift, we stand, arms down, hinge. Some people call this a good morning. Some people call it your warrior 3. Bend into your stabilizing knee before you plant the foot down. Yes. And then spend a beat in chair. Good. Lengthen the tailbone. Shift, lift, straighten, arms down. Hinge. Come back up. Bend into the stabilizing knee. Chair pose again. Yeah. Yes, well done. Spend a beat here. Shift, lift, straighten, arms down, hinge. Bring it back. Bend your stabilizing knee. Plant the foot down. Reach those arms, apples to the sky. Lengthen the tailbone. At your own pace now, guys. Good. Very nice. So much going on here, really. Balance and coordination. Remembering what you've got to do next. Good. Try not to hold your breath. Good. And then take a moment. Well done. Great job. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right. We're coming back into the down dog leg lifts, but for those of you who want a little bit more, we can turn it into a little bit more of a plyometric thing, which means adding in a bit of a bounce. So, option 1 would be lift, down, lift, down. If you want a little bit more, you can lift, lift. Okay? What tends to happen with these things is that your lower back wants to arch. So if that's happening to you, by the way, choose one. If that's happening to you, then you stick with the previous option. Okay? Yes. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Paula, how's ya? But if it is aggravating in the lower back in any way, then avoid it. You got 15 seconds. And release. Come down. Yes, nice, Lizzie. Awesome. Great job. Okay, so third quad variation. Left leg comes forward. Had to get your heart rate up a little bit. Hands free again, or if you want hands down, that's cool. Tuck the toes of your back foot under. Lift up. Now here's where we add the extra little bit on for this circuit. From your lunge, shift your weight forward, lift your back leg up. Then you take it straight back where it came from, okay? Bending into that front knee. Lower back knee down. Untuck toe. Stabilize. Find your tummy. Whoops. Lift. Down. So you'll almost find a little bit of a pendulum-like action in your body. Yes, good. Take your time. So stabilize it and then continue. Good catch. So we lift, back foot down, bam. That's it. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Nice. Yes. Come on. Good. As you place that back foot down, watch the trajectory of your front knee. So as you come down, make sure that your knee isn't caving in the way, okay? So you're keeping that knee in line with the second toe. All right, well done. That was halfway. Once you've done that side, swap. Other leg-a-rooney. Great job. So remember, you've got options, but hands free, lift the back knee, transfer the weight into that front leg. Yeah. Bend the knee slowly, come down, untuck the toes of the back foot, shift, find your core, lift. Yes. Yes, very nice. Every time you lift the front leg when that back knee is on the ground, you're thinking, where's my belly? Where's my center? And I lift that leg from my center. Yes. And what you'll usually find here, especially on the lifting of the front leg, one side is going to cooperate a lot more than the other. What I love about this stuff, guys, is you literally cannot think of anything else while you're doing it. Right. You've got about 16 more seconds here, and just so you know, we are so close to being done. Really focus all the way till the end. Give this your attention. This is your last one. Good. Back into kneeling. Last set of kneeling push-ups. Okay, so here we are. Again, if you want to try and do full push-ups, that's totally cool by me. I'm not doing that today, but it's totally up to you. Down and up. Good, that's it. When you bend the elbows, at least for me, I quite like to let them go back. I'm not working my chest. I'm actually working my triceps, the muscles at the back of my arms. So you have heard people say, elbows in at the sides. All right, that's the last one. Straight up into standing. Guys, this is the last chair pose variation. Then you're finished. It's going to be the same as what you just did before. Okay, so really solidifying it in. Feet parallel, hip width distance. Find your chair. Instantly lengthen the lower back. All 10 toes on the mat, but your weight is relatively in the heels. Apples to the sky. Peach between the chin and the chest. Back of the skull to the ceiling, belly to spine. Good. Now see if you can get a little lower. And then start your shift. I'm going to go into my left leg first. Lift the right foot off of the ground. Straighten out the left leg, come up into standing. Let the arms relax. Balance. Hinge. Reach your back leg back if you can this time. I like to bring my hands into my heart here, into this kind of prayer shape. Bring it forward again. Bend into your stabilizing knee. Plant the foot. Apples to the sky. Lower back is a highway. Good. Shift. Lift. Push down into the floor to lengthen up into standing. Arms come down. Hinge it forward. Reach back through your left leg. Slowly return back into standing. Bend into your right knee, thinking about the control at the right hip. Plant the left foot down. Reach the apples to the sky. Lower back is long. Ribs through you. Keep on going at your own pace. Shift, lift, lengthen, stand. Very nice. Hinge, nice and slow. Finding that breath, really clearing your mind of any judgment that you might have of your movement right now. Just experience it. Don't fret about getting it right or wrong. Feel your body move. Apples to the sky every time you come back to your chair. Lift. Breathing in, breathing out. Finding a sense of calm through the challenge. Finding a sense of length into the lower back. Almost there. You've got about 40 more seconds here. You can spend as long as you like in any position. Remember to bend into the knee before you plant the foot down. Good. Lengthen into the lower back. Apples to the sky. You're working your back muscles here 100% for sure. So if you feel them, that's normal, but you don't want to feel them too much. This is your last time. When you're done, come up into standing. Great job. Last exercise, and then you're done. This is going to be dolphin leg lifts. So again, kind of pulling from yoga. So you've done the leg lifts in down dog. That's this option. Okay. Or you've done your kick-ups. Whatever. If you want to go back to that, that's cool. Or you come into forearm plank position, I guess essentially. Forearms parallel. Grip the mat with your fingertips and imagine you were squeezing a block between your forearms. If you want to take the block between the forearms, that is cool. Then you're going to try and lift your bum up into your dolphin position, relaxing the back of your neck. So look at your feet. And then you're going to lift one leg up and down. Now again, this can be pretty lower backy. So you need to manage the height of your leg by thinking, okay, is my leg actually lifting? Is my lower back just arching here? Squeeze that imaginary block between the elbows. We're going to go for about 15 more seconds here. Take a look at you. Yes. Push the ground away through the elbows. Push, 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 push. Push, push, push the floor away. Push the floor away. 3. Don't let the elbows splay apart. Push the ground away. 2. And 1. And knees down. Ah, yay! You're done. Okay, but let's stretch it out. So literally 30 seconds, sitting onto your block or your pan, whatever you've got. If you feel like you don't need elevation in your seat, then that's totally cool. But it's always nice. All right, great job, by the way. That was amazing. You're just going to stretch out the triceps, really simple, and take your right arm across your body. Just take a couple moments here to breathe. Just close your eyes. Allow the breath to be really cooling. So if you want to breathe in and out through the mouth, that is totally fine. Same arm here. You're just going to take your right arm as if you're kind of scratching your back up and behind you, and you're going to press the elbow down with the opposite hand. Good. Well done. Press the back of your skull into your right forearm. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Close the ribs. Breathe here. If you want a little bit extra, you can lean to your left. Filling your tummy, filling your lungs with breath. Slowly release. Shake it out. Other side. So left arm across. Well done. Soften the shoulders, soften your cheeks. Same arm. Reach it up, kind of like you're scratching your back. And press it down. If this feels just not nice at all, feel free to do anything else, honestly. If your body's calling for something else, then go with it. If you want that little bit extra to get into your lats, you can side bend to your right. But press the back of your skull into your left forearm. Good. So you don't end up rolling forward. Good. And then bring yourself out. Slowly release. And my friends, you are done. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your time. And thanks so much for booking in.